Hey, how's it going? I'm Mark, and hey, look, I'm growing stuff. Well, okay, obviously that's a lie. I'm not growing anything, because, you know, snow and all. Uh, so I've been trying to make a video for, several months, and winter is just not a good time for me. Just don't have that enthusiasm or that oomph. But today's a little nicer. It's 40-some degrees out. Days are getting longer, get a little bit more enthusiasm, so I thought I'd give it a go. I wanted to thank all the people who have been subscribing as well over the last few months. Sorry I haven't made new stuff for you, but here we go. We're going to try to remedy that. I've really been enjoying a lot of everybody else's videos. Key Player 61 and John from Indoor Hydroponix has been cracking me up for the last several months. He's been growing all kinds of stuff in his basement, and just great fun there. I myself have been trying to get ready and practice, I guess, grafting, because I want to graft some rootstock to some different kinds of heirloom tomatoes this season. I've tried three different times to grow a couple of sets. I grow 3 rootstock and 3 heirlooms, with the hope that I can graft them and get them healed up and, you know, practice up for the real thing in the spring. And I have failed all 3 times. The first time, this is a lesson for me in labeling things correctly. I thought I would try soaking my rock wool cubes in quarter strength nutrient solution, which is how I, normally once they start to pop up, I give them a little bit of quarter strength newts. I thought I would try right from the beginning, grab my jug of quarter strength newts that I had from last year and put it in my tray. And boy, I tell you, I got nothing. I got 6 absolutely just rock wool cubes after weeks, nothing but rock wool cubes. And so I kind of lost enthusiasm, thought, to heck with it. And as it turns out, I went in to clean it up, and I had nothing but this disgusting, slimy, goopy yuck. And it didn't dawn on me right away, but what I had done was I had emptied my part A of last year's nutrients into this jug that I had labeled quarter strength grow newts, and it was actually highly concentrated part A of my nutrient regimen from last year. So I basically just, what should have been diluted like 1 teaspoon per gallon, I basically put a gallon of that stuff on these things. So of course they didn't go. So that's my lesson for me. Label stuff correctly, and if you put something else in it, relabel it, because it'll help you in the long run. The second time, I guess I just, again, the winter thing, didn't have the enthusiasm. I let them die, but I still didn't get any rootstock. My heirlooms came up, rootstock did not. And then the third time, still no rootstock. And the third time was just plain water, just like I always do. That works just fine. The heirlooms, all 3 came up wonderfully, strong, healthy, ready to go, but no rootstock. So I don't know if I've got a bad packet of rootstock seeds, which I hope not, because they are mighty expensive, or I'm just not doing something right with the rootstock. If you got any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. So one of the bright spots of the winter was that got me kind of a little bit more enthused about things was Jim Connor. His channel, he has a little series he calls Things Which Are Not Work. Pretty sure that's the name of it anyway. And it revolves around gardening, but he does like little gadgets and things that make gardening a little easier, maybe automated, dosing and that sort of stuff. And in this case, his video was taking temperature probes for different nutrient beds, nutrient solutions, and air temperature and that sort of thing, sending it up through a little device called an electric imp to a website called Plotly, plot.ly, And you can keep track of temperatures for all of your different things that you might need to keep track of. And that just set off a whole amazing thing in my brain. And I just went crazy and found all kinds of really neat stuff. The Arduino world and the Raspberry Pi world and the maker community and all that sort of stuff. So I've been getting all crazy with that. I'll be beta testing this little device called an Osmobot, at least I hope to be. That is, will keep track of lots of different information about my garden. For example, the pH level of my nutrient solution, the EC, light level, all kinds of different things about it. And I'm hoping to be able to interact with that device and work on automatic dosing of the nutrient tank, trying to keep my pH level even. Done a little bit of work figuring out ways to do that. Jim is much more precise about all the stuff that he's doing. I'm a little, my approach is a little bit, well, I think it'll work just fine. Let's just go. So I'm going to be comparing how I work out in the long run and how his project, I'm sure it'll be much better, much more robust, and much more, or I should say much less prone to errors and perhaps flooding the entire room kind of thing. I will be starting all my seedlings here pretty soon. I got some onions started already, but you know, that's for the raised bed. But my peppers and tomatoes should be starting up pretty soon. Just laying those out, figuring out how they're going to go and when I'm going to plant and that sort of thing. But hopefully we'll be making a lot more videos as we get into the spring, because the sun, awesome. I love it. It's great stuff. But until then, I guess see ya.